Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome to the final episode of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. My goodness, it's been so long I never thought I'd actually get to say it, but yes, 80 episodes, and we have reached the actual finale of Endwalker and the full, true end of the Ascian storyline. I guess the main storyline of that ended all the way back when we finished the main story of Endwalker. But you know what I mean. It's the end of the expansion, and there's nothing left to do after this, but wait patiently until summer and the next expansion. But first, we have a couple main story quests to go to. Tie up some loose ends, get everything set up, and we'll have one or two things to talk about at the end of the episode, particularly pertaining to what job am I going to play for Dawn Trail, or jobs in particular, because, we always swap around. We do one for the main story leveling and then one for the post-game. Anyway, Vashan, what's up first? When one door closes. Now, if you don't remember last time, we beat Zeromus, sealed her in a Memoriat, and Zero stayed behind to help work on the 13th, while we took Zeromus's Memoriat to the first. Figured, that realm is still awash in light. Maybe a crystal of unending darkness might give him a bit of a hand. Never know. Dekumon, one of my clerks was here just with a message for you. The students of Valdesian request your presence in Sharian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Valdesian Annex at once. Oksha awaits your arrival. Yes, and of course, our nod counter, getting perilously close to that 1,000 mark. Don't think we're gonna cross it, but I don't know. We're gonna cram 40 nods into 3 quests. I'd love to see him try. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ajdaya the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is still much and more for her to see. Yes, Ajdaya is down to little baby dragon form. I forgot about that. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. I do too, buddy. You have been, one of the more enjoyable characters we've gotten around it here. And oh yes, just in case we forgot, I also got myself a shiny new weapon from doing some Mandervilles. I see a crowd. Clearly there's a cutscene or two in here. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Dekumon. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Krile and Graha. I'm imagining unvoiced. Oh, definitely from that look right there. I also wonder, nod. I also wonder if we're gonna get to see Krile actually get her Pictomancer stuff. Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive us for sending you so soon after your trials in the Void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Erenvel. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Erenvel, eh? I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Yes? Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Dekumon to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Yes. Boy, we are trying to cram in as many nods as we can for the last episode, aren't we? Well, there's an even bigger crowd over here, and hey, we're already done with the first of the 3 quests? Now then, where is Erenvel? Where is he indeed? And more interestingly, who is this guest he wants us to meet?
Erenvel!
Hey, voiced! That was a surprise, and a welcome one too.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
No, just hanging with aliens.
I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
Aha. That's where Dawn Trail takes place.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce.
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well,
It seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
oh,
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
no way.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us.
No friggin' way. We are not gonna get a
This
female
is him.
Hrothgar.
The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no
Yes,
ordinary
look
man.
at her. She's amazing looking. Oh.
I'm Wuklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Wuklamat. And yes, here we are, a female Hrothgar for the very first time in Final Fantasy XIV. And according to Yoshi, the last race they want to make, just because all the races give them like a conniption, because they have to make them all backwards compatible with all the old armors and everything, and it drives them freaking up the wall.
Tuli Yolol.
Tuli Yolol, huh? That's gonna be a mouthful to pronounce.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
Ah.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Okay. But why? What is this about a candidate?
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Also, I love that axe she's carrying.
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The right of succession. Taking the form of a contest. It will determine who next ascends the throne.
Okay. Well, why do you need me? Sounds like you're the one that should be participating in said contest.
As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you.
Oh, I see. You need a crew.
A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
My guy's like, oh god, did I really do all that? Erenvel, seriously?
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Damn, she's forward.
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Ah, the lizard men. The lizard men, last I remember seeing, we saw them in the Wonders Palace.
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume.
Oops, sorry.
That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides.
Oh, yeah, I think I kicked his ass when we were level 50. Sorry about that.
He's also my father.
Oh,
Not by blood, obviously.
oh, okay.
But he raised me as his own. And that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage.
Man, she's freaking.
But
I like
in my
her.
eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
Well, I am supposed to be, you know, just a humble adventurer once again, now that the Scions have disbanded. So, not like I got any better offers.
No, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valiarmanda.
Wow, that's a mouthful. Valiarmanda.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
I mean, the City of Gold thing certainly does. You have my attention. This is strictly a rumor, nothing more. Golden City. I've heard about it before. Oh, No way!
So the tales have reached even these shores. Can't help but feel proud.
Oh, frickin' Emmett hinted at the Golden City, didn't he?
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Ooh. The side eye.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions.
Well, I got plenty of those.
So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Man, she is just kind of brash, and I'm really enjoying the straightforwardness of this character. She's gonna be a blast to be alongside in Dawn Trail. And there it is, our first quest in the hole. One down, and only 2 to go before we're at the end. Hey Graha, give us our next quest, eventually. The game is afoot. The chance to not only see Tyrol, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is to say, you should not hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I can go and do some beastie hunting. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. Labyrinthos? It's the closest place. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. Huh? You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer that petition. 2 birds with 1 stone. The isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. I'm gonna have to get a better voice for her. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tyrol. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. And that big old axe defines her clearly as a warrior. So we go tank on tank. We can do that. Cryo, why are you so deep in thought there? And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions... My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. Preparations? Wonder if that's anything to do with that letter she was talking about earlier. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. That's true. And yet again, another nod for the pile. Also, this will finally give me a chance to show off my UFO with any luck. Oh hey, maybe I won't get a chance to show off. This looks like a duty calls. Well, I'll at least get a chance to show off my fancy new weapon in combat. That's always a plus. So we have to take a ship? And I barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you have popped an entire tub of popcorn for all these cutscenes. In addition, you are required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, unlikely though it may be, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out, the progress will be lost. No surprise there. Oh, items sync to 660. I shouldn't have a problem there. The only thing I have above 660 is my weapon. Everything else is kind of middling, let's be honest.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural.
It's really not that much ice.
Ooh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
She's like a little kid with a giant axe.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
Kona? Who's Kona?
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way.
Oh.
He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We'd go there, but I guess that there's actual beasties to deal with.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
Well, they had help from moon rabbits.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kono's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in this city.
Oh.
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day.
Yeah, we just had to wait for the animators and the modelers to finish making you first.
And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studio.
He went to the studio? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand that his identity might remain secret.
Ah. Clever.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see.
Oh. A male Makote? Have we met any other male Makote that I know of off the top of my head?
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
Fair enough. I'm not objecting.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Don't worry, the polar bears should be pretty peaceful, with any luck. And I don't think they taste very good. Oh, wow, there we are. Duty commenced!
The researchers should be just ahead.
Okay.
There. The building to the northeast.
Oh. Not too much.
So ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know
has
what's
been known
got
to
them
happen.
riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Yep, she's definitely a warrior. Nice. Zoom out a wee bit so I can actually see a little better.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah, taste my axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
I know. Who knows, my man? Who knows? we are. You two all right? They look like they're okay. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Dekumon, the adventurer who saved our star. Would that our meeting was under better circumstances? I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues here can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
I've only saved the world a couple times.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
There we are. Wonder why the animals are going bonkers, though.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
Weird critters. The adventure had come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find, and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. Huh.
I'll handle this.
But I'm having more fun doing it.
Ew.
Woo! Damn, she chunked him good.
Is that all?
That was impressive.
Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Oh, hi. It's a weird looking elemental. You find ravaged beast remains torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before.
Really?
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Such marks should be too common, huh? What are we looking for, guys? Oh, hello. Tattered plumage. You find feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
Good question.
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
You never know. Oh, hello. I see a pile of poop. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is still likely close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Oh, hello. I got space days. We'll go single target. Oh, hi.
Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
We didn't find anything. All we found was more riled up beasts. We didn't find the thing that was riling them up. I feel like we kind of missed the boat there. Oh, I can't really drop down from there? That's kind of sad. Oh, because you have to make me walk through here to trigger a cutscene. That's why. Bums. Ah, she just wants to enjoy the view. Or maybe see whatever that thing was. Hello. There's our beastie.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh! Hi, Toucan Sam! You're new!
Ah! What is that thing?
Oh my god, it's a parrot! It mimics.
Speaks?
There's our troublemaker. Woo! Is that thing from your land?
Towards the falls.
Because I sure as I've never seen
I'll
anything
stay
like
with the
it.
researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
We can handle it. And another nod.
Come, Waklamat.
Right.
That one threw her for a loop there. Gotta love these little ether zip lines. Oh. The horn thing's gone.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive
Sure.
me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Yep, it's a parrot.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Evil parrot. I was not expecting evil parrot, but I'll take it. Kind of figured they'd be like, oh yeah, here's a hint of all the things going wrong.
Talk all you like, Bern. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
Wind Unbound.
Shut up already, you blasted bird!
That's smarted. Good old Tank Buster. Nice try, buddy. Oh, Pecking Flurry. They both ran behind him, so I assume we want to be in the front for that.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
Oh, ew! Uh-oh.
I've got you.
Not good, not good, not good. Oh, she home ganged us out.
That was too close.
Well done, though. I love
Ready
it.
now?
There we go. Didn't get clipped by that, thankfully. Just wanted to use my Goring Blade before I lost my fight or flight. This guy's not too bad. Oh, her turn.
Damn it.
Yeah, she took that, no problem. If Graha takes it, man, I might have to scramble and cover his ass.
Spread out, everyone.
Oh.
Pay for that.
Oh, this gag again. Oh, mash it! That was easy. Oh, that's why it was easy. Because I got to bust him out.
Thank you.
That was the trick. Dirty demon birdie here. Oh! Clip the wings of the Kobari, and I just used my DPS booster.
That was hardly a tickle.
I think we're all focusing on the right wing. Yeah, DPS check. Not doing too great here.
Try this.
Ah, I see, that's why. Had to wait for her to throw something out. Woo-hoo! That did some damage.
Yeah, nothing to it. We have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
I was happy. There it was. I was like, is he gonna copy Loudmouth Bastard? There we go. Down, birdie. All right, ladies. Looks like it's barbecue chicken night.
And I had barely limbered up.
Oh, shaking. Oh, someone's a little all talk here.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Well spotted, Graha. Good job.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Uh-oh. Birdie's still awake.
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
She's not paying much attention as our heads tilt back and our mouths open up.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Ma'am? Bird's still alive.
Leave this to me.
Krile? She's got her Pictomancer gear!
Have at you.
Oh, so that's what she was going after. Well, well, well.
Kyle.
Someone's got herself some fancy new gear.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
I don't remember the baubles on her
So
side.
this is what you meant by seeing to preparations.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
Yeah, you got the finishing blow. That counts for something.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
Same.
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you.
Oh. But you didn't want to do that anymore, so now you've decided to take up a new art. And, you know, Charlian was happily provide you a new art to play with.
It was the
Literally.
same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again.
And of course, she picks Pictomancer, or as my friends and I have lovingly dubbed it, the Bob Ross Mage.
That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft.
Yeah, I don't remember those potions on her old outfit. Huh.
As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
And my thought turned to paint.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
It's so cute.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
Archon Realm, huh?
As I recall,
Wait a minute.
you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
Wait a minute. God, it's been ages since I played 6. Wasn't Realm the name of the character in 6 who was the Pictomancer? Huh.
What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
I'd say welcome to the Scions.
Indeed.
But we don't have Scions anymore, so let's just say welcome to the group for real, Krile. Welcome to the
I
front
must
line.
say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Grandpapa's letter, perhaps?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal.
Alright, come on. You've been sitting on this letter
It was
for
addressed to my
like,
grandfather Galuf
2 patches.
and turned up among the students' archives.
I've been waiting to hear what's in this thing for so
The
long.
ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
The Dawn Servant, that's the name of their
What does the
ruler.
letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
And apparently been stuck in the archives for goodness knows how long with the ink's faded on it.
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Oh.
Given how culturally diverse Toliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one.
Oh.
The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no?
Ah, convenient.
This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali.
Maybe he had it translated.
And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
Oh. Okay. So who sent the letter?
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there.
Same.
In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt.
Yeah, and I learned that you're not really used to the super big fries that I am.
We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
Maybe we should figure out why we have giant mutant bird before we eat giant mutant bird.
We're eating that.
I reiterate, I want to figure out why it's so big first. Krile has been updated in the Unending Codex. I imagine she's getting her brand new Pictomancer outfit, among other things. With Tulare life pacified and the research is safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the Kolbari meat. For better or worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Sharlayan, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dekumon can cook up for us. You're gonna haul that entire ass bird carcass across Sharlayan? I see a couple people here on cutscene. Well now, that's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Dekumon? I have me a giant chicken in my pocket. Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Just let me keep the excess meat. And trust me, there's a lot of excess meat for you to keep, my friend. There is a lot. Big old chicken was a couple 1,000 pounds here.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
And then we immediately find out this bird is toxic and we all keel over and die. Holy crap, that is not bird, that is a tomahawk steak.
I'd heard that Sharlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
That might be the thumbnail right there.
What is this? It smells spicy.
Ah, we'll be getting some Thavnarian spices while we weren't looking.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Uh-oh. Wow, they're getting really good at these graphics. And she died.
According to Dekumon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Oh god dang it, Zero.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
Breathe. Breathe.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Oh my god. She's trying so hard to put on a brave face. Her eyes are watering. Wash it down with some meat.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
Let her be herself.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Am I about to find out that Aaronville's also part of the royal family here?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
Wow, they did. Look at the meat. They did such a good job modeling the meat here.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Oh, you two are totally gonna end up in bed together one day.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Ah, good move.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
Come on, lay it on us then.
Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long.
Ugh.
The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Only 80 years old, wow. Relatively young, as far as nations go.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy.
And he decided for trial by combat? It doesn't seem like the right way to pick a ruler.
Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Got a bad apple in the group?
A man who is too ambitious by half.
Great. Gonna have another Xenos problem here.
Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Oh, hell no.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
Or at the very least, that one must lose.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it.
Really? That's odd. Why, though?
The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
Ah. Interesting philosophy. I kind of like it.
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well.
Yeah, that's kind of questionable, but all right.
And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
It's not like I got anything better to do. Stopping international war seems like a good idea.
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
Well, you might be here a few months.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you.
More steak.
Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Good Lord, this Miriam's a bottomless pit. Ah, there's the end of our second quest. Whether Wuklamot has the makings of a ruler, I can't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Not too bad, not too bad. And with that, we are down to a single quest. Graha! Let's close this one out with the coming dawn. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuklamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tyrol? Numenor is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. Just the thought of burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy again, though. But I can at least try. And we're talking about mysterious lands and unknown wonders here. I'm confident we'll find reports so thrilling as to drive any thoughts of napping from your mind. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. I feel like I'm hanging out with a Stola again. Go read books. All right, well, start over here. One book. I need to find 4 books to read. Sheesh. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrol. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous potato. These crops and more are regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Lamentin sailor named Kentorim successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the dreadful unknown continent. Kentorim spent several moons exploring Ireland, of course, at which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kentorim would return to Tyrol several times, but during his first expedition, he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Lominsa. The most notable of these was the Popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kentorim's expeditions to Tyrol. Many tantalizing recipes, such as the bean-filled burrito, and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City, reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Kentorim's circle, Tyrol largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Not what I was expecting to be reading. The history of the food that's already worked its way across. As for New World, well, clearly other people have been there before we have. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrol is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. The tome introduced a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpacas. Accustomed to Tyrol's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. And I expect to get an alpaca mount in the next expansion then. Wyver. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tyrol. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Wyver is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Valgamarda! Tyrolian folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. You're not gonna tell me that our giant demon parrot was that, are you? Probably not, but you never know. No real explanation for giant demon parrot. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tyrol. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both the northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Alligans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsebard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tyrol waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungles. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamulja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history, and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. Well, 3 down, and only 1 left as soon as I get over there. Whew. Long haul all the way back to the beginning. There we are. There's nobody over here reading this one. Interesting. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tyrol. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and trade in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the ceruleum deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's power my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will doubtless glean, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people for whom this noble magic was born. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tyrol, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Grahatia will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. No thanks. Once was quite enough, thank you very much. I need to do that again. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there were a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tyrol, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. Uh-huh. And yes, that was a nod. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. They get violent. A quiet chat with Graha. I can handle that. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we've read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tyrol within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the kill of Chatterum, Popotos. I have a newfound appreciation for them. The legendary city of gold! No, I'm actually surprised that Popotos are an import. As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving Popotos. As they keep well, they were a boon to sailors, and it was that same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eorzea. The book also mentioned a method of preservation which sees Popotos repeatedly frozen and dried. The resultant product was apparently used in a stew by people in mountainous regions. I should like to sample that dish one day. That and all the unique cuisines of that vast continent. I'm sure we'll get a chance, my friend. I'm sure we'll get a chance. We're gonna go through each of the books we read. Oh, but moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tyrol? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about alpacas. I learned about Vivs. I learned about Valgramata. I want an alpaca. I want one. Gotta get me one, man. Ah, yes, the alpaca. In addition to serving as beasts of burden, they provide clothing for people by way of their lush fleece. They are especially prized by mountain tribes, who hold certain rare specimens sacred. I thought I heard familiar voices. Alice? Alphino? What are you two doing here? I fancy running into the two of you here. Same. Well, have some research of your own to do. Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Guardian people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razathan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints on history and how neighbors of different races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of you two? What endeavor brings you here this day? Reading up on the New World. Well, I get to explain it, and Graha just gets to, chip in as we're... Makes it easier. It's like I can just talk off screen with a fade out as per usual. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tyrol. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Tyrol ourselves. The contest. Is Dekumon the only one allowed to help Wuklemat? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Wuklemat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. Oh. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alice, wait! Oh dear. It would seem our plans have changed yet again. If you'll excuse me. Alice, get back here! I might be picking up a few more companions than originally anticipated. But they never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Oh, wonder how many of the other scions are going to be there too. Interesting thought. I mean, it sounds like we're taking Krile, Graha, and now the twins. Wonder about the others. Oh, this is a voiced cutscene if I ever saw one. Right? Come on. What's on your mind, buddy?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Dude, I don't think we've even scratched the surface.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Woklamat's request?
Accept, clearly. If I say no, we don't have a new expansion to do. I'll never say no to a new adventure. Still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics. Oh, come on. I can't turn down a brand new adventure, a brand new world.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Dang right.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Look at you quoting Heidelin.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road.
That is very true. Very true indeed.
But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Huh.
Ah, but there's an idea.
Hmm?
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Okay. What, is he getting leave to come with us? Oh, we can't leave without Graha. We promised him a grand adventure. All the grand adventures. After everything he went through on the first. And we owe him. Thancred? What in the net are you doing here, buddy? Is he following me? That was odd. I was not expecting to see Thancred here. Welcome back, Dekumon. If you're looking for Woklamat, she is currently with the others in her chambers. If you like, I can go and fetch them for you. I will go fetch everyone, yes please. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Where am I waiting? Oh, main hall. We are staring very intently at that map. Well?
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I've never been one to turn down an adventure. Let's do it now. Let's give us a little Star Trek quote.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
Sounds good.
You're
Alice!
not planning to leave without us, are you?
And Alphino and Graha!
Alphino, Alice! What are you two doing here?
We ran into them over by the studium, and apparently they volunteered themselves.
At Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Woklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
He told you about that? Uh-oh.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
He's never gonna see the new world. She's gonna throw him over the boat halfway across.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles.
Just call them, thing 1 and thing 2. You'll figure it out.
So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliyollal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
I just realized? Tulal isn't on the map over there. The far western edge on there is Eorzea.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Yeah, and Kryle's letter has probably rekindled that something fierce. He even looks down to Kryle too, like, shit.
As I recall, Krile, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was.
What's the matter, girl? Getting
Still,
cold feet?
I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
Right, the students.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy.
Oh.
It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Oh, we're gonna leave Graha behind? Oh, that sucks.
But, Raha...
It's his choice, but I'd still rather have you along, buddy.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Oh.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
Sounds like it'll be fun.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Map to the new world? I don't know where you're gonna put it, buddy. There's not a lot of space up there.
There.
I see.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Oh, hey, there's more continents on there than I remember seeing. Down at the south there's something too. Wonder if that's Mericidia. Oh, here comes the Endwalker theme. Oh wow, even getting the whole, the vocals version. Tyrell is huge. It's like twice again the size of Eorzea. I so enjoy this song. Oh, and there we are, Endwalker credits once again. Oh. Well, I suppose that means it's time to wrap things up here. Well, first off, we've got the final nod count, and didn't quite make it to 10,000. Well, not 10,000, so I was gonna say 10,000. Didn't quite make it to 1,000. God, 10,000 nods. Don't even want to think about trying to count that many. Oh boy. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is what class / job we're going to be playing in Dawntrail. I'm kind of two minds at this point. I could take an existing job, and then it'd be 90 right out the gate. I'd be good to go. We could start on launch day. But if I want to do one of the 2 new classes, well, then there's going to be a bit of a delay. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. What class you want to see me play for the leveling of Dawntrail. And just know that if I do one of the existing classes for Dawntrail's leveling run, that I am definitely doing Pictomancer or Viper for the post-game areas. So, I don't know. Let me know which one you want me to play. In the meantime, let me get through this credits here before we end up with any sort of, copyright issues. Like, I know 14's really good on not claiming any of their songs, but you just never know. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. All right. And with that, time to wrap it up. Lest you wonder about your passage to Tyrol, Erenville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well on your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Aww. Used to acquire a knapsack. Aww. I could have myself a little backpack just like Erenville. Meanwhile, in Limsa Lominsa. Thancred?
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
Oh, god dang it. He's gonna end up there too.
West, you say?
I've seen Thancred and now, Mastidian. Interesting. Meanwhile, again, in old Sharlayan. Oh, we start up the goofy music once again. We're on J. There's Thancred.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound.
Oh.
Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
They're headed to Tyrol too.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Contend?
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition.
Oh no, do not tell me that Thancred and Oranjay are getting recruited by another one of the guys.
Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Thancred's like, a chance to, cross blades with the Warrior of Light? Well, I haven't done that since I was possessed by an Ascian.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
Oh shit. That might actually be what's happening. I just hope they're not working for the evil one. That would suck if that's the case. Enjoy myself a nice, peaceful walk in the moonlight. Chance for some quiet reflection.
Have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
I knew Heavensward's words were going to come back to us again.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World.
There it is. Bum. Teasing us. Ah, Emmett. You'd be proud. Hope he's enjoying watching from the netherworld. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. And Emmett Cell gets to the codex at the very end. And that's it, guys! We've done! Endwalker's officially in the history books! Oh, it's amazing. You acquire the knapsack personal effect. Huh. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Well, everyone, that's gonna be it for Endwalker. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. And as always, I'll see ya in Dawn Trail.